An octopus arm cut from its body will keep moving for an hour. It avoids pain, it reaches for food, it solves simple problems. No brain, no instructions, no one home. And yet, it thinks. How does something think without a brain? And what does that tell us about what a mind actually is? The octopus has been on Earth for at least 300 million years. That's older than dinosaurs, older than flowers, older than the continents arranged the way they are now. It has no skeleton. Its only hard part is a tiny beak the size of a nail hidden at the center of its arms. Everything else is muscle and water and possibility. It has 3 hearts. 2 pump blood to the gills, 1 pumps it to the body. Its blood is blue. Not metaphorically, literally. Where our blood uses iron to carry oxygen, the octopus uses copper. The protein is called hemocyanin. In the cold, oxygen-thin waters of the deep ocean, it works better than ours does. Its eyes evolved completely independently from vertebrate eyes. Yours and mine evolved once from a single common ancestor. The octopus's eye evolved separately and arrived at almost the same design. 2 different paths, 1 answer. But none of that is the strangest thing about it. The strangest thing is the mind, or rather, the minds. An octopus has approximately 500 million neurons. For comparison, a honeybee has around 1 million. A mouse has 70 million. 500 million puts the octopus in territory we don't usually associate with invertebrates. But here is where it gets strange. Only 1/3 of those neurons live in the central brain. The other 2/3, roughly 330 million, are distributed across the 8 arms. Each arm contains its own ganglion, its own local processing center, its own mini brain. When an octopus reaches into a crevice to search for food, its central brain does not direct that arm step by step. It sends a single instruction: search. What happens next is the arm's business. The arm feels the texture of rocks. It distinguishes between sharp and smooth. It identifies the chemical signature of prey. It decides which direction to reach and when to grip and when to withdraw. All locally, all in real time, without sending updates to headquarters. Each sucker alone contains roughly 10,000 neurons. An octopus has 1,600 suckers. Its skin is not just covering, it is a sensory organ. It tastes what it touches. It feels light directly. Some researchers believe the skin itself can detect photons, independent of the eyes. In 2013, researchers at the Hebrew University of Jerusalem amputated octopus arms and kept them alive in salt water. For up to an hour, the arms responded to stimuli. They withdrew from noxious chemicals, they reached toward food, they moved with purpose. The brain was gone. The behavior remained. What you are watching is not reflex. Reflex is simple, mechanical. Touch heat, pull back. This is something more. The arm was navigating, evaluating, choosing. It was, by any reasonable definition of the word, thinking. Now consider this. The octopus is colorblind. It can disguise itself as a patterned rock, a patch of algae, a sandy seafloor, matching not just color but texture in under a millisecond. And it cannot see color. Its eye has only 1 type of photoreceptor. Humans have 3, which is how we distinguish red from green from blue. The octopus has 1. By the standard rules of color vision, it should see the world in grayscale. But its skin is not passive. The skin contains 3 layers of active cells, chromatophores, tiny sacs of pigment that expand and contract in milliseconds, controlled by muscles, not hormones. Iridophores, structural cells that reflect and scatter light like a prism. Papillae, small protrusions that can rise or flatten to replicate texture in 3 dimensions. An octopus doesn't paint itself to match its environment, it sculpts itself. In 2016, researchers at UC Santa Barbara discovered something that reframed everything. The octopus's skin contains opsins, the same light-sensitive proteins found in eyes. Its skin can detect light directly, without sending information to the brain, without going through eyes at all. The leading hypothesis: the octopus uses its skin as a distributed light sensor, sampling the colors around it locally, patch by patch, and adjusting each region of skin to match, the way a mosaic tiles itself, not the way a painter paints. It doesn't see color with its eyes, it may see it with its entire body. We still don't fully understand how it works. That is not a gap in the story. That is the story. The octopus has been solving this problem for 300 million years, and we have been watching it about 30. We are behind. In the last decade, robotics engineers have spent billions of dollars trying to build something like an octopus arm. Not a robot that looks like an octopus, a robot that moves like one. The problem with rigid robots is simple. They break when the world doesn't cooperate. A steel arm miscalculates by 2 centimeters and hits a wall. An octopus arm miscalculates by 2 centimeters and flows around the obstacle and finds another way. Softness is not weakness. Softness is resilience. In artificial intelligence, one of the hardest problems is distributed processing. How do you get a network of semi-independent units to make good decisions locally while still cooperating toward a shared goal? The octopus solved this before the first fish grew legs. Each arm operates autonomously but shares a body. It can act independently but cannot act against the whole. There is no central authority micromanaging, and yet the system is coordinated. Octopuses in captivity have been documented opening child-proof medication bottles, navigating mazes, recognizing individual human faces, and treating different people differently based on past experience. They do all of this with a brain the size of a walnut. They do it with a nervous system that evolution arrived at independently, from scratch, in a completely different branch of the tree of life. We built the internet to connect distributed nodes into something greater than any single part. The octopus did it with neurons, 300 million years ago. Here is what I keep returning to. The octopus is not our cousin. The last common ancestor between an octopus and a human was a flat, simple worm, something without eyes, without a brain, without arms, that lived over 600 million years ago. Everything that makes the octopus what it is, the distributed nervous system, the 3 hearts, the skin that thinks, evolved separately from everything that makes us what we are. And yet, when an octopus looks at you, something looks back. Not the same kind of something that looks back from a dog or a crow or a chimpanzee, something older, something stranger, something that arrived at curiosity and problem-solving and individual personality through a completely different door. For most of human history, we assumed intelligence was our invention, something that happened to us, in us, through us. The octopus is proof that it happened at least twice. What we call a mind may be less a thing and more a solution.
If this episode made you see something familiar and something strange, share it with someone who needs that feeling today. Next episode, an insect the size of your thumbnail navigates 4,500 kilometers across a continent it has never crossed, guided by the sun, an internal clock, and a magnetic sense we are only beginning to understand. It has never made this journey before. Its parents didn't make it, its grandparents didn't make it. The knowledge was written into its wings before it hatched. Subscribe so you don't miss it.